I've been trying to win the World Series of Poker for the last 2 years. Like a man hitting on a woman at the bar, I have been unsuccessful. I see all these pretty girls. I'm like 4 tequila sodas deep, false confidence, thinking I have a shot. I hit on them, aka buy into these events, strike out, whiff, over. I've literally won fucking nothing. Does that mean I'm gonna stop? No. What are you gonna do? File a harassment charge? Actually, in that metaphorical example, you probably should stop. I'm not going to. The World Series of Poker is hosting a circuit in Cyprus, which is a small island in Europe, which is a great excuse for me to fly across the world and try to win my first ring. I need to get on a flight. This is going to be fucking expensive.
I got in last night at 3 a.m. The biggest challenge today is going to be staying awake at the table. All right, I'm gonna hop in this first tournament.
Starting stack is 30,000 chips, and we get right into the action. I win a few small hands and chip up to 46,000, which is great, but then I pick up Queen Jack offsuit and hijack. I open a 4,000, the button calls, everyone else folds. So we go heads up to a flop of King 8 King. I check, and the button bets 3,000. It's a very small bet. I think he's gonna have a lot of stabs here with air. Now, I obviously have queen high, so can't really do much. Except I can. I decide to raise to 7,000. Weird spot. What are you gonna do with all of your junk? But he just shrugs and folds. So we take down a nice sizable pot and chip up to around 60,000. Then I pick up Jack 9 of diamonds in the big blind. The button opens and I make the call. The flop is 10-6-5 rainbow. Action goes check, check. The turn card is a 7. I decide to check once more, but now the button fires for 6,000. Considering I'm gonna have so many strong hands here, I decide to turn my hand into a bluff. I raise to 18,000, trying to get folds from overcards, start to put pressure on single pair holdings. The button unfortunately makes the call, which is not great for me, as I'm sitting here with Jack high in a dream. Gonna unload the clip on the river until we big the nuts. Hello, that is a welcome sight. I go from bluffing to value jamming. I'm all in. If he calls, we are going to have over 100,000 chips very early on in the day. The button seems uncomfortable. He grabs his shoulders. He's like, I don't know. It's kind of given the energy of a person who's looking to buy a house, but they don't really love the kitchen, but their wife does. So he's trying to think of an excuse for not to buy it. He folds. Finds the excuse, and we find a massive pickup, chipping upwards to 100,000.
Just played 2 sick hands. Boys gotta get lucky sometimes, right? My God, man.
2 hands later, early position raises to 6,000, and I look down at ace-10 offsuit in the small blind. There's 13,000 chips in the middle, and I think we could put a lot of pressure on a lot of his holdings. I decide to go all in, hoping to take it down now, but that doesn't happen. He snap calls, and he has kings. We are in shambles. But we flop an ace. I'm not celebrating yet. We gotta dodge the deck, and we do. We get a massive double. Vamo, baby, come on. I'm too embarrassed to selly, but we're up to 180,000. We got chips, mama. First tournament of the whole series. We look down at ace-5 of spades, 4 people off the money. I raise to 8,000. Then this guy puts in a re-raise to 33,000. Around 15 players from the money, we could realistically just fold and try to squeak our way in there. Min cash is worth $3,000, so no slight chump of change. I decide I don't really want to go to war right now, so I just let it go. But the very next shuffle, I pick up ace-10 offsuit. I raise to 8,000 again, and the same player puts in another raise to 18,500. I don't believe him for a second. I think he's just trying to bully me. We have good removal to strong hands. So this time, I decide to go all in. He immediately leans back and thinks, shit, I was not expecting that. I'm just praying for a fold. And then he asks for a count. That's not great. Oh my goodness. Please let it go. Come on, dude. Just let me have this one. He does. We give a little look to the camera. That one was sketchy.
We're 12 players off the money. I picked up a lot of chips that last hand, but I'm kind of tilted about it because now I burned 3 minutes on my break.
Break winds down, and we return by looking at King Jack of clubs. I open at $10,000. The cutoff puts in a re-raise to 27,000. It's a pretty uncomfortable spot, but I think our hand's too strong to fold, so I make the call. We go heads up to a flop of queen 7-4 with 2 clubs. I check, and this player continues betting for 17,000. We have a lot of equity if called. We can get better hands to fold, like ace highs, stuff like that. So I just shove it all in the middle, and this player doesn't look pleased. I actually really want to fold because we want to fold out hands like 10-9, Jack-10, ace highs, stuff like that. This player doesn't want to risk his tournament life and quickly relinquishes. We pick up a really sizable pot as we're up to nearly 200,000. The next hand, I have Jack-8 of spades in the big blind. The flop is queen 7-5 with 2 spades. We have a flush draw and a backdoor straight draw. This player bets 9,000 and I make the call. Turn card is a 4 of hearts. So now we pick up a straight draw. I check once more, and this player keeps his foot on the gas, betting 37,000. It's a sizable wager, but we are close to the money. I have so much equity, I decide to go for it. I go all in, putting max pressure on his tournament life. If he calls, he is risking everything on the soft bubble. He relinquishes, and we pick up another massive pot. We are getting some bluffs through, chipping up, and it feels really good.
We are 4 people away from the money. I have 253,000 chips. Average stack's 176,000. Largest stack is 315K. Nearly chip leading this thing. 4 people away from day 2 on day 1 of Cyprus. It's a great spot to be in. Let's just take it hand by hand.
I think I'm playing well today, but that is about to change. The cutoff goes all in for 6 big blinds. I have king 10 offsuit in the small blind. It's a really cuspy hand, but I decide to get in there. I go all in for 20 big blinds, and this big blind snap calls. That's horrible news. I was trying to isolate the cutoff. If we win this pot, we will be chip leader of the tournament, and if we lose, we will be down to crumbs. The flop gives us no help, but we turn an open ender. Any 10 or king, we win a massive side pot. Come on!
So you're telling me we got a great shot to win our first ring, and we took a spot we didn't need to. Welcome to a Corey Eyring video. All right, we go from comfortable stack to less than average. That's so frustrating.
I have 111,000, and I go all in. Action folds to the big blind, who reluctantly folds. So we should pick up 20,000 chips because the blinds are 4K, 8K with an 8K ante. But when I count my stack, turns out the dealer shorted me 10,000 chips. That is a massive difference at a pivotal spot in the tournament. So I say, whoa, hold up.
She pushes me the chips. I immediately count my stack. It's 121,000, which I have here. So I'm short 10,000.
Floor says action will resume as it is. So now I'm short 10,000 chips. And I have king jack of diamonds. This is a massive spot because we're 4 people away from the money and I don't know what to do. I announce all in and I just pray that everyone folds. Everyone ends up folding, thank God, but I'm pretty upset because if we get a double, we're short 10,000 chips, so we don't have as much fold equity as we should. And if we get called and double up, we are going to be short 20,000 chips, and then 40,000, then 80,000. Like, this matters more and more as the tournament progresses.
Well, the discrepancy is 10K, so I don't think you paid the ante.
No, I put ante separate, yes?
Yes.
8K, exactly, 8K.
He didn't pay the ante, that's what it is.
I'm on little sleep, making mistakes, and the armor is cracked. I'm not playing my best anymore, and I am really not in the correct headspace. It's like when a pitcher goes into the 7th inning, and they've seen the lineup a few times, and the batters are starting to rattle the pitcher. I should get pulled out, but we're still pitching away. We are on the stone bubble. I have ace-5 offsuit in the big blind. The next player to get eliminated gets nothing. Everyone else will secure $3,000. So this player covers me. He can put a ton of pressure on me. I should probably just fold pre-flop. Mistake number 1, I decide to call. And we flop an ace. So I check. This player continues betting, and I can't go anywhere yet, so I make the call. The turn card brings in the front door flush draw, but I have the 5 of diamonds. I check. This player checks it back. Going off to a river, which doesn't really change much. I check, praying to get the showdown, but this player puts me all in on the stone bubble. If I call and I'm wrong, I will be eliminated from the tournament with nothing. If I'm right, I will double up and have quite a sizable stack. We could probably make a deep run. These are the hands that matter the most. I don't know what to do. I think this player is capable of bluffing. This is obviously where players can put the most pressure on. We have top pair. We block the flush. but I don't want to bust. I don't want to leave with nothing. So after thinking my options over, I just decide to fold. We lose a sizable stack, and we are in a horrible position. When the situation looks dire, the floor comes back over.
Thank you.
After an hour, I finally get my 10K. Thank you.
Let's fucking go. Fuck yeah. Give me my 10K. Thank you. Oh my god, okay. And there's an all-in and a call. This is the stone bubble. If the short stack here busts, we get $3,000. Come on. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, we're in the money. I don't know, is that day two? Is that day two? We done? Oh, okay. We made $3,000, but we're gonna continue to play down to, I don't know. We're gonna play 22 levels. I thought I was going home early.
But I get really, really, really short, then pick up pocket queens. An early position player goes all in, I go all in, then late position player, the same guy who stole my big blind, re-jams as well. So we're three ways all in, and this guy has kings. The other guy has sevens, so we need to find a queen or some miraculous run out, or else we are out of the tournament. The flop brings a 7 in the window. Hello, at least the money's not going to this guy. That's okay with me. We are out. See you later, alligator.
I'm so beyond tilted. I've been up for 24 hours. I'm ready to crash out, dude.
We're in for 1,650, out for 3,000. That is a profit of 1,350 on day one. I'm gonna get some sleep. I am exhausted. I will talk to you in the morning.